You don't know who this stalker is. Most of all, you don't know what he's capable of. Because of that, Max could be in serious danger. It's better to be safe than sorry, Vanessa. Now, I'm not gonna sit around and do nothing with what you just told me. Either you tell your parents what's going on, or I'll call the police the moment I walk out of this house. I don't want to see my mom get hurt again, Viv. Not after wasting years with a monster like my father. This ain't about hurting your mother, Pacho. This is about hurting Isidore and Alan for coming after your family's business. You in? It's almost been a full month since you've been running this place, Ma. Do you finally feel adjusted to the role? All I'm gonna say is that your father made it seem so easy before he was sent to prison, which is why I've stuck around to help you out. If you ask me, I think you're doing a magnificent job. Now, you don't have men like Father and Isidore distracting you from your work. Thank you for getting my coffee, Vivian. You're welcome, Mr. Russo. And I can't thank you enough for appreciating the work that I do here. Of course. Do you feel like your work isn't being appreciated? Not as much as you do. Isidore claims to be appreciative, but his attitude... Never mind. Hold on. What's going on with Isidore? It's just that, what exactly do you remember about his relationship with Isabel Torres? Keith? Is that you? Yeah, Dad. It's me. I almost had a heart attack. You're so unrecognizable. Is that a bad thing? Not at all, son. I like what you did with your hair and your entire wardrobe. What did you need to talk with us about, Vanessa? Mom, Dad, I found out who sent me the rose a month ago. Pacho, why did you mention Isidore? Because, Ma, if Isidore had his way, then you wouldn't be running this hotel and Nichelle wouldn't be the owner. It must have hurt knowing what he tried to do. Yes, it did hurt. But I've been wondering, Ma, did it hurt because he tried to take over Theodosius' palace? Or did it hurt because he betrayed your trust since you loved him? Why are you interested in knowing about Isidore's prior relationship with Isabel Torres? Alan noticed that Isidore seemed to be in a bad mood. He expressed to me that it might have something to do with Isabel. I'll admit, Isidore was definitely the happiest when he was with Isabel all of those years ago. Sure, he was in pain, but he was happy. If he was as happy as you say, then why did he and Isabel end their relationship? Isidore never went into detail. My guess was that Isabel didn't appreciate his ambitious drive. But what they had is in the past, especially since it came out that Isabel got rid of the baby she would have had with Isidore. Because of this, Clarice wants Isabel to stay far away from him. Do you really think I look cool, Dad? You certainly look cooler than you did before. What a surprise. My son, my only son, actually cares about his appearance. It's a miracle. What made you go for a new look, Eve? Come on, Dad. Don't do that. I want to know. Well, there's this. I want a girl to notice me. A girl? What girl? Who sent you the rose? I don't know exactly who it was. Wait a minute. Now I'm confused. Didn't you just tell us that you found out? The thing is that I'm learning more about this individual. He's been sending me texts. What sort of texts? Romantic ones. I've been ignoring them though. How did this person get your number? I don't know, Mom, but the texts became less romantic. Actually, they grew dark and concerning. Why are you suddenly concerned about my love life? It's not your love life that concerns me, Ma. It's you. You know my concern for you isn't sudden. There's nothing you need to concern yourself with. I'm in the process of divorcing your father, and I'm focused on making sure Theodosius' palace runs smoothly for your sister to run someday. Let me enjoy this new stage of my life in peace. So you're enjoying being single right now? Does this mean you won't let Isidore back into your life? Clarice doesn't want Isidore and Isabel together? Shouldn't that be Isidore and Isabel's choice to make? My wife has lost so much throughout her life. The fact that she could have had another grandchild broke her heart. Is she not content with having Alan, Ben, and Max as her only grandchildren? She loves all of her grandsons, but having more family isn't something that Clarice would have minded. Like I said, Alan suggests that Isidore hadn't let Isabel go. Do you think he might be right? I wonder why you and my son are talking about me behind my back. Spit it out, Keith. What girl do you have your eye on? Didn't I already tell you enough, Dad? Fine, I'll leave it alone. For now, I'm just glad that you have other interests than staying home all of the time and playing video games. I knew you would grow out of it. Did you? Did you actually think this new look will get girls to notice me? I would be surprised if it didn't. What do you mean the texts have gotten darker, Vanessa? I texted this guy back, telling him that I wasn't interested. When he got the text, he expressed how angry he was with me. Oh my goodness. Did this boy threaten you? I'm not the one he threatened. This guy, he threatened Max. Threatened Max how? He sent a note here the other day and made it seem like he wanted to take Max's life. Vanessa, do you still have the note? I threw it away when I got it. You shouldn't have done that. A threat like that is serious, Vanessa. You should have kept it for the police to look at. Don't you understand how serious this is? Besides, why does this guy want to hurt Max to begin with? I don't know why he wants to hurt Max. Maybe jealousy? But Max and I aren't even dating, so there's nothing to be jealous about. Your mother's right. This is very serious. Why didn't you tell us about this earlier on? Because I didn't think it was that serious. I thought that this guy would just leave me alone, but he didn't. The last thing I wanted to do was put our family through something else. How many times do your father and I have to remind you and your brother that you two are not responsible for keeping this family safe? Your father and I were entrusted by God to keep you both safe. And that's exactly what we'll do. We're gonna put an end to all of this now. What Isidore did was unforgivable. That's right. But what about the Russos? They feel like you terminating your pregnancy back in the day is unforgivable too. I can't believe you would throw that in my face, Pacho. You know how much I regret my decision. My point isn't to hurt you, Ma. What I'm trying to say is that Isidore forgave you for your choice, even though I don't think you should be looked down upon to begin with. Since he forgave you, do you think there's a chance that you could forgive Isidore? I'm not discussing this any further. Calm down, Isidore. Vivian only wanted to make sure that she didn't offend you the other day. I would appreciate it if I could be approached personally instead of being spoken about to my family. I'm sorry, Isidore. From now on, I'll make sure to go to you directly. You've got an intern with a good heart. Don't be too hard on her, especially in a business full of vultures. But I'm beginning to wonder if she and Ellen do have a point. Are you still in love with Isabel? Whether I am or not, she'll never forgive me. It's not fair, Isidore. Isabel has no right to hold on to any bitterness towards you when she kept a major secret from you for years. A secret that you had every right to know about. Alright, Yvette, let's see if your advice can get me pointers. I'll see what this forum's all about. But instead of seeing how guys get girls, I'll try to figure out why girls seem to turn guys away. Did you do it, Vanessa? Did you tell your parents about the stalker? Yeah, Ulissa. I told them about the stalker. They're gonna get the police involved and try to put an end to all of it. Stalker? How dare you, Vanessa? Everything I've done was for you to notice me, for you to love me. You take my love as something that's ugly. I love you, Vanessa, but you're ungrateful. So ungrateful.